and oh my, it's time to take a little ride here. A journey into the center of the mind of Matthew Archbold, and he is joining us now live from an undisclosed location. Hey, Matt, how are you?
I am doing great. Do you know how difficult it is to be me?
We have imagined. We
I've
just don't think we can arrive at it.
That's one of my prayers. Make me like Matt.
No, don't wish that. Don't wish that upon yourself. So my son is in college, okay, and it's quite likely he shouldn't be. Maybe schooling wasn't his thing. So I know he has a final at 10:30. Okay, this is yesterday. So I'm talking to him last night. It's in accounting. My wife is an accountant. He, is asking her questions that are so basic that my wife is getting off the phone and just feeling empty and despairing, and So at 10:17. My son calls me. Now, I'm already, I got the rosaries in the hand saying the prayers for the final. And at 10:17, he calls me. He's like, Dad. I'm like, what? What's wrong? He's like, the new Superman trailer is going to drop on Thursday.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's when I knew all the money I'm spending on college is completely wasted.
That's when you go from praying the rosary to the flying novena for impossible causes. You know what I mean?
That's when you just give up. You're like, all right, I'll pick you up after. You know what? It really doesn't matter what happens from here.
We'll go see the Superman movie. Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
Well, you got to look at it positively. He's not alone. But there's probably a bunch of students that are taking that same final that are, frankly, just as clueless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell you, my mind probably, I did try to do well in school, but, his mind could be on worse things. You know what I mean?
True.
A kid goes away. It could be worse, but not much worse. I mean, obviously, you get your Breaking Bad kind of level of worse, but, that's kind of rare. You know what I mean?
I don't know why, but it makes me think of that. If you are having second thoughts, you're 2 ahead of most people. So there you go.
I like that.
That is pretty good. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you share that with him. I don't know.
So, this Christmas season, the wise men look to the skies. But here on the Eastern Seaboard, you should not be looking at the skies, folks.
No.
What are you guys thinking this is? What is going on here?
Oh my goodness! Look, we love to get hysterical, right? I mean, we love to just make a mountain out of a molehill. I'm not saying there's nothing there, but I think we've gotten a little overly excited about it. Now, I live nowhere near there. You live a bit closer to there. So, what do you think?
Well, my in-laws have actually seen drones, but the problem is once it becomes a thing, now everyone's putting their drones up in the air. Right? Because my drone's going to detect the other drones.
Yeah.
So now there's drones everywhere, and people are becoming crazy with it.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. But do I think we're getting the truth? Absolutely not. I have absolutely no confidence that we're going to get the truth because it really doesn't make sense, any of it.
Right.
The government says, there's absolutely nothing to worry about it, and we have no idea what they are.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Those two things, you can't say those two things together.
That's true. And first of all, if the government says there's nothing to see here, there's something to see.
Exactly.
And let's be clear, none of this would be
exactly
a story.
Right.
None of this would be a story if we had not let a spy balloon go for like weeks
Yeah,
when we
that's
knew
true.
what it was doing.
Exactly.
So it's like, come on, this is based on some inadequacies that we've already seen just a bit earlier, like just weeks ago.
And I got to be honest. You know, you look at the past administration, and this administration, we don't even know who our president is right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, we really don't.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who's in charge, who's making decisions. But I do have to imagine that Donald Trump would have made a wildly different decision on that balloon that was floating over us. I mean, it might have been a disastrous one, you know, shooting it out over people's houses or something, but it would have been a very different decision.
Something decisive, yeah.
Now, here's something interesting I read. An expert on populations, or however you become an expert on that, but he released a study, and it's on Twitter, I saw, and he claims the fall of Rome is widely misunderstood. And I think this is important for this Christmas. And his summation is Rome collapsed because the birth rate collapsed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And there's papers and, you know, things written by Caesar and Augustus trying to encourage childbearing because they realized this was an issue. And I just thought it really does hit home for us because our childbearing is becoming increasingly non-existent. We are well below the child replacement rate, and that, you know, I just think to myself, once a culture takes its eye away from life being the good and loving life as the good, I think everything falls apart. Don't you think?
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't say amen, say ouch. That's right where we're at, you know. And if it's a predictor of things, which we know it is, globally, we're seeing it in far more dramatic situations around the world. China and other things, other countries doing everything they can to encourage their population to have babies because they're about to be in for a very painful time in their history.
Right, and we're following down that same path. I mean, even Elon Musk is saying this over and over, and he's not even there yet, you know, on the thing. I can't help but think, you know, Elon Musk is you know, he seems like he's on our side, but I still always get the feeling like he's the final boss battle at the end of all this. He's creating all these robots and neural links and AI. I kind of feel like, yeah, you're with us, but at the final boss battle, there's going to be you in the end, I think.
Yeah, I need someone to keep an eye on him. You know, I mean, we should just have someone assigned to him, honestly, because he's on our side. I'm with you. There's a little worried wink of the eye every once in a while. Like, I think he's maybe crazy, maybe I don't know. It's crazy.
Let's just send a drone overhead.
Yeah, exactly. We'll send a drone over Elon. Keep an eye on him.
All right, Matt. You have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you in the new year.